All right. We back for this episode. This episode on the Solar Healing Podcast is going to be a very beautiful, a very special one today, as we're going over using meditation and breath to regulate our stress response. I got a very, very special guest tuned in, locked in with me right now. Tay, we're here to heal, life coach, meditation, yoga instructor, and a holistic healer. And I just want to say I have deep reverence for this brother. He lives by it. He is a living embodiment of what it means to be able to have self-realization and use this in his everyday life, not only for himself and with his family. So I'm very, very appreciative to have him on today.
Thank you for having me, brother. I truly, truly appreciate you. I see you. You are a strong representation of your work as well. And
Mhm.
yeah, this is what we're here for, family.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So yeah, the topic today is using meditation and breath to regulate our stress response. I just want to put out there first that just for the disclaimer for the podcast that this is disease prevention and health promotion. So I just want to say that I am not a doctor. I'm a holistic health educator and practitioner. So the ideas that are discussed within this podcast are not medical prescriptions. So keep in mind that we are not attempting to promote a single dogmatic way, right? That everybody's body is different. So we're talking about what we might talk about may not apply directly to you, and that finding your way to better health is your right and your responsibility. Right. So there we go. I got a beautiful quote to tap in with this conversation for us today, and it's actually from the Bible, and it's the breath of life, and what we would like to call the prana, which leads the breath, was breath into the nasals, and man became a living soul. So note that it was the breath of life, not the breath of air. So the breath of air being one of the material elements that the breath of life utilizes in its mechanism to walk upon this earth. Right. So the breath is everything. The breath is powerful, and we use that prana as the vehicle to be able to animate all our cells, govern everything that we do, regulate our minds, regulate our bodies. And if that is out of touch, then we have stress within the body, no matter what that is, within our blood, within our minds, within the way we process in our environments, right? So, Tay, I wanted to tap in with you today just to talk about how important is breath work? Like what does like breath work mean to you? How did you tap into it? I would love to hear your story of what got you into being like meditation, breath work. Just tap into that for me real quick.
Mm. So let's start off with life, my life. The
Mm,
first thing that happens when we are born is we breathe. The last thing that happens before we leave this earth is that we take our last breath.
mm-hmm,
So breath is the vitality. Breath is the life force. Breath is what keeps the body thriving.
mm-hmm,
With no breath, I wouldn't be able to speak to you right now.
for sure.
I wouldn't be able to communicate with you through this vessel.
Mm-hmm,
You know, um, I got into breath work when I was 14,
mm-hmm,
about 14, 15. I was going through a lot of, it was a stressful period for me. And I looked up, I was just looking at ways to relieve stress
yeah.
on Google because I was so
Mm-hmm,
stressed out around that time. And I came across this video, and the guy named Ralph Smarts.
man, oh, you didn't just not the Mister. Bring it back. Hey,
So
I
he
already
was
know it.
talking about breathing in prana. He was like,
Bro.
breathing that prana. He was talking about
Mm-hmm,
taking deep breaths. And I was like, let me look deeper into this. I came across a few meditations,
mm-hmm,
and back then it wasn't many out there. Now it's we have so many resources, but I came across this and it allowed me to tap deeper into breathing. I realized how shallow my breathing was at the time.
man.
Like I felt my father just passed, so it was a lot of trauma going on. So I
Mm-hmm,
felt like I was lifeless in a way
mm,
because there was a life that was taken away. I was there to witness his last breath.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
see, so it allowed me to dig deeper into this breath work, and that allowed me to connect deeper with spirit and
Yeah.
deeper with self, and that really allowed me to have a deeper connection with my true self. And I realized that it allowed me to separate my mind, my body, and
Mhm.
spirit, and it allowed me to truly move with spirit. So yeah, I would say that's how I got into breath work
Yeah.
and meditation and or whatnot.
Bro, bro. You almost made me tear up when you said Ralph Smart, because that just brought something back into my brain, man. If everybody that's tuning to this video, tap into his videos, and you instantly feel more alive. Like literally, I feel you feel his energy through the screen, and I mean, like
Yeah.
that's actually the first person, bro. So you just brought that back to my college days, bro. Like when I'm listening to him, he's like bring it back in slow motion, like all that,
Mm.
bro. And it's great. And
Breathing that good ass
with
prana.
that good ass prana, baby, and that's what it's about. Like we talking about the breath, and just so you know, it's in case we kind of interchange the vocabulary, the breath and the prana. We're talking about essentially the same thing. What animates our life and the quality of our life, right? But that's interesting that you actually said that about your father, and like, you know what I'm saying, so with this last breath. I was actually diving into something, and it's just like, because we possess all the elements within the body, um it was saying, like, it was talking about the processes of when you're, like, slowly coming to that transformation. And it was just saying, like, you at first you start to lose the earth element, and that's like your bones start to get brittle. And then it was like, then you lose the water element, and then the skin starts to become dry. You don't have like the nourishment. You lose the fire element. That's the fire in the eyes, as you see the lust, the luminescence in the skin starts to be able to die. That's when people turn gray after. And then lastly, it was the prana in the air. And then you take that last breath, and then the prana leaves the body lastly. You know what I mean? So that in this space, I was like,
Mm.
wow. I was like, wow.
Wow.
And now,
Wow. That was very vivid for me.
yeah, bro, it's like you really can see it when you like tell you, like, oh, okay, you losing this, and then you start to see when the hands start to get like real bony dry. That's because it lost that water and that earth element and all that stuff. So you really start to see how those are very potent in the life. And the last thing and the first thing we take is, what I'm saying, that cosmic breath, all those things. So that prana is
Mm.
what drives it. And what you were
Mm.
saying before about the quality of life, they were actually saying within nature, there was like the longest living mammals actually are the ones that take the deepest, longest breaths. Just to elaborate on what you were talking about with the shallow breathing, they were like the ones that have the longest life. I mean, the shortest life are the ones who have the most shallow, quicker breaths, like dogs, cats, birds, right? So they were just saying, like, you it's not about age, it's not about the number of years, it's about the number of breaths that you take. So when you have the deeper breaths, you are actually being able to regulate that nervous system, and that's what it's all about. So yeah, bro, that was that shallow breath is interesting, bro. It's interesting in taking those deep breaths, bro. Yeah. it's
Wow.
it's beautiful, bro.
It is
Beautiful.
beautiful.
I
I
would.
mean, it's like what we all have in common. We all have that in common. Every living being breathes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Facts, bro. And yeah, just to say, even then, on like when you say, like, when it helps with like your stress response, how is it regulating? Like, I guess, how would you say, in direct, for the people who are listening who have never tapped into the meditation of the breath and things of that nature, like, how would you say it made you feel? Like, I guess, like, when when you're angry, right? And then that breath get real fast and you start huffing and puffing and stuff like that. I guess, how would you feel like you apply those situations in, like, your everyday life, with the breath?
Oh man. I mean, to be real with you, I still struggle sometimes when it comes
Same.
to just being aware of my breath.
Mm-hmm.
Like, of course, I have a practice. I have a strong practice, but still, with a strong practice, I still have to remind myself to breathe, especially during stressful situations.
Yeah.
Because it's like, but I've learned, like, recently I've been deep into the breath work, and what helps me is literally reminding myself, take a deep breath,
Mm-hmm.
like take a
Mm-hmm.
deep breath, and I would take a deep breath, and I would hold my breath as long as I can, and I
Yeah.
would tense my muscles up as
Mm-hmm.
I hold, and then I would release, and all of a sudden something, some stillness comes within me, and I realized that if you just take a moment to just breathe for just 1 to 2 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
just breathe, even 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Just take 30 seconds to breathe
Mm-hmm.
before you react. You could save yourself from being in a jail cell. You could save yourself
Man,
from being in the hospital.
talk
You
about
could
it.
save yourself from being a place that you don't want to be. This is a frequency game. So when we breathe deeper, we have more life, more joy, more happiness,
Mm-hmm.
more space to create a
Mm-hmm.
better situation. So with me, I know that it's the most important thing, because without the breath, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So I try my best to prioritize my breathing, my meditation, my yoga, my prayer, my devotion, so that I'm able to maneuver through life in a blissful and that ease.
Yeah.
Because if we take like I said 1 minute to just breathe, and this is what I told the this when I spoke at the school. I told them, if you could take just 1 minute to breathe, 30 seconds to breathe, that could save you so much time in the jail.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to jail. You could just make a better decision. See,
Mm-hmm.
when we use that shallow breath, we make irrational decisions.
We
We
make
make
rational decisions. Yeah.
it's just like impulses. And
Mm-hmm.
you sit down and you don't realize what you have done until you sit down in that cell and
Yeah.
you're cleaning. Not now. Baba's busy right now, okay? Give me 10 minutes, okay? It's not it's nothing I'm playing right now.
Hey, that's the honorable divine son Sage right there.
Yes, this is
Yeah.
Sage.
Yeah, that's his son, man.
Say
Everybody
hi.
out of the Sage. Hey, Sage, how you doing? Good.
Can you tell us about breathing and how it helped you in your journey? Breathing helps you. It helps you when you're angry. So that's another thing.
That's the
Like
word.
when I breathe
Uh-huh.
deeply, it helps Sage to breathe deeply. And as a
Mhm.
parent, it can be stressful.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to be able to have a space where you could teach the kids how to breathe when they are under stress is like it helps. It's generational. These tools and your breath and learning breath work, it helps the next generation as well.
Yeah. I would say this. I would be like, and I know you're when you tap into your like when you do breathe, you get that sense of that relaxation, that sense of like just that clarity. They would say like when you breathe, that's a better way for your cells to communicate. Because when you're angry, you know what I'm saying, it constricts the amount of oxygen that gets to the brain. And then that's why you make the irrational decisions, is because you don't have enough prana actually circulating and communicating with the brain. So
Wow. Wow.
so it's crazy. And that's what I was thinking. I was just like, man, when I tense up, when I get angry, if I'm in certain situations that, what I'm saying, don't deem me into like the best place I would like to be, you know, I start holding my breath. Like you said, you start tensing up and you realize till you make a certain type of situation, like in that situation, you don't really have that control. So that's why that, like I said, the work that you do with the pranayama, with helping, like that's helping people control the breath, even in certain type of tense situations. Like you said, when you hold it and when you tense up and release that out, I feel like they call it in Ayurveda, they call it kumbhaka or something. That's like when you retain the breath.
Hmm.
And I just feel like when just encouraging this information for people to be able to regulate that is so much, it's so divine, bro, because people aren't doing that. And I feel like, honestly, I feel like that's where that kind of like that the masculine really need to do. I mean, everybody needs to do it in its totality for sure, like everybody, but the masculine, bro, because we have so much, I feel like, trauma too around controlling and expressing our emotions.
Mm.
And so they say emotions is nothing but energy, emotion. And then if we not controlling that, bro, we dispersing it over, and then that's why the masculine has such a bad rap now, bro. It's because we not
Mm.
conscious of and we not actually feeling the brain with the right breath that we need to. So
Mm.
it just go deep, bro.
Yeah.
It go deep.
It's really fascinating. The breath is really fascinating, and we are in a beautiful time right now to really discover it. Um, I wanna I wanna I wanna give the people a few surprising facts that I found about the breath.
Talk to me, please.
So, as we know, the breath rarely catches our attention,
Mm-hmm.
but if we stop breathing, these bodies wouldn't be here.
Mm-hmm.
So, for the first fact, it's fact number one. So, your emotions change the way you breathe, just like you said. So, when we breathe shallow, we have no life in us. But if we breathe
Mm-hmm.
deep,
Mm-hmm.
we have more life in us.
Mm-hmm.
And scientists have discovered that 70% of toxins are eliminated through your lungs simply by breathing.
Facts. 100%.
Simply by breathing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro.
So our breath is we can say our breath is number one when it comes to living a healthy lifestyle.
For sure. For
You
sure.
know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we talk about prana foods, like
Bro.
foods that's good to eat, but
Yeah.
they come from the breath. They come from the
Yeah.
chi. They come from oxygen and water, and
Mhm.
it's fascinating.
Facts.
The second surprising fact that I want to talk about is that let's see. So the average person takes about 20,000 breaths per day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so important, bro.
And the last fact that I want to state is that if you laid out the lungs flat, they would cover the size of a tennis court.
Hey,
About the size. What?
when you lay them flat, they'll cover about the size of a tennis court.
Yes.
Mm.
That
Mm.
is fascinating to me.
Yeah.
And the average person breathes in the equivalent of 1.6 gallons of air every minute. That is about 2,340 gallons per day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But most of us use only two-thirds of our optimum lung capacity.
Yeah, bro.
So that just tells you that learning how to breathe is
Mm-hmm.
so essential, family.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so important. It's life. Breath is life.
That's
Literally, the reason
like,
why you are listening to this podcast right now is because you are breathing.
mm-hmm.
And breath, it holds a certain intelligence to it. To spirit, if you look up the etymon of spirit, it literally means to breathe.
Yeah.
So if spirit means to breathe, when you move in spirit, you're filled with life. You're filled with light
Mm-hmm.
because you are breathing properly.
For sure.
You connect with the divine intelligence that's within you.
Mm-hmm.
And how they say, as within, so without. So if we inhale and hold and we keep a thought in our brain
Mm-hmm.
and we push out another thought, we are literally breathing life into existence. We are speaking life into existence.
Yeah.
With the intention, with the words, with our breath. And it's so powerful. The breath is so powerful. So powerful. More than I can even explain, really.
Yeah, bro. I would say, man, yeah, just to man tap in on what you said, especially in the first quote. Read that first quote for us again.
The breath rarely catches our attention.
No, no, it
That
was
one?
something about with how it was something with the impure like the 70%. It was something like
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
70% of toxins are eliminated through your lungs simply by breathing.
Bro, it's crazy. Every out just for the people listening, every type of food, every type of particle that you have within your body needs oxygenation. Without that,
Mm.
because before the waste products of your system, the carbon dioxide is pushed out to be reduced to a proper condition, it needs proper oxygenation, right? And just to tap into that, that's why, like you said, breath is life. When you have
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
it means you have improper nutrition because you can't actually oxygenate the food and the drinks that you have to consume. And that's why you say it's important to consume those prana or those oxygen rich foods, right?
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's so vital because when you have like it's about 98% oxygen saturation within the blood to prevent they have diseases like hypoxia, which is like trouble breathing, tissue damage, all these different things, uh pump asthma, obstructive pulmonary diseases. These all come right now from our inefficient way of breathing, and then
Mm.
that's what puts stress on the body. So it's
Mm.
like that's what I'm saying. It's so powerful. We actually need it to break down the glucose, which we use for energy. Our cells, our DNA need the breath, the prana to be able, and that's why it's so important that what we're talking about with the stress is because we put stress on our systems when we don't breathe correctly and allow the cells to communicate with each other.
Mm.
In Ayurveda, or in Ayurveda, that sickness, dis-ease, discomfort, cancer, whatever the case may be, only comes because our cells have forgot who they are. We're in touch
Mm.
and that's with the breath and that's with the spirit. So yeah,
Mm.
bro, it's yeah, I love talking about this, and honestly, bro, that's what I'm saying. I appreciate you making, because not you're doing the work to be able to put this out there for your community. I've even seen, like, you know what I'm saying, you lead in breathwork sessions within the community and meditation sessions. So like I would, yeah, I'm just hype. I get hype about it because I get like I love doing breath, but to be able to talk with instructors, you know what I mean? Because I do my YouTube video, I read my books and stuff like that. But to get in touch with people who are actually paving the way is really good, and that's why I'm just glad to tap in with you and glad everybody else gets to listen to you too. So I guess I would say for the next question, you know, just to go, I know we're talking about how the benefits of the breath and everything of that next, like the benefits of the breath, but how has that helped you be in totality, I guess, a better human being? Like, you know what I'm saying, all around the breath.
Oh man. Yeah, it changed. It breath work and breathing and focusing on the breath have changed everything, bro. It allowed me to become more mindful about the way that I breathe, about the way that I eat,
Mm-hmm.
about the way that I sleep.
Yeah.
It helped me with my sleep. I don't watch TV, so I like to focus on my breath, and I'll do a technique like
Mm-hmm.
I'll inhale and I'll just
Mm.
allowing the breath to flow naturally out, expanding my cheekbones.
Yeah.
And I'll do that about 50 times. Sometimes I don't get to 50. Most of the time I don't get to
Hey,
50. I'm
you be
asleep.
out. You be out. That's interesting, bro. That's the same breath my wife did, bro, when she was giving birth, bro.
Oh
They would say it was
wow.
the horse, so she would be, you know what I'm saying, getting it out. But that's
Yeah.
really just relaxing the whole body, like you're saying. So even with the sleep is important. Sleep is one of the main things in the United States that people who are not getting, and that's what's causing the sympathetic nervous system. You're not getting enough
Hmm.
sleep. So that's a great example. By breathing, doing the breath work before you go to sleep, it helps you. That's why I tell people all the time, man. I'm like, when they came and I think count the sheep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you count the sheep, what you're not realizing is actually slowing the breath. It's kind of like just taking your brain away from the other things that, so it's allowing you to slowly deepen it. Because
Mm.
that's how you tap into that subconscious, is through the slower the breath is, the more you are, quote unquote, in my opinion, this just came up to me in spirit. I feel like the slower the breath is, the more in contact you are with the divine order,
Mm.
death, in a sense, because that's when your
Hmm.
breath starts to slow as you get towards it, and that's how you get
Hmm.
closer to the divine, and that's what we all want to be. You know what I'm saying? That's what we all
Yeah.
want to be and embodying. So yeah, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank
Thank you, man. Yeah. So it helped my sleep, but it also helped the way I parent. I
you.
mean,
Talk on
the
it.
the way I parent, as you see my child coming in and out, my breath is calm. So he would talk, he would say different things, he'll play with the whatever he's playing with.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of me reacting, I would breathe. I
Yeah.
just literally just breathe my way through it. And like I said, I could have, hey, get stuff, how a
Mm-hmm.
lot of, like, my father, he would have probably, don't you see me doing something? Don't you see, grandma?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
You
yeah.
know. But I've learned that, first of all, I learned that peace is should be our highest priority,
For
our
sure.
peace. And in order to have peace, we have to have things that brings us peace,
Mm-hmm.
or we have to have a way to hone in to this peace, and the breath is the perfect way
Yeah.
to hone on to the peace and to breathe. And when we breathe and allow our body to relax, allow our mind to relax, so we can become better parents. We could encourage them to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And that even helps me, just alone, just saying, hey, Sage, take a deep breath. I feel like I'm telling myself, take a deep
Yeah.
breath.
It's
I'm
a
like,
reminder. Yeah.
I'm looking at myself. I look at it like I'm looking at myself and my inner child saying, hey, take a deep breath. It's okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not that deep. It's not that big. and
Yeah.
and and that allows me to hone into what I'm trying to do, and to calm the situation, no matter what it is, no matter if it's my son, no matter who it is. It
Mm-hmm.
allows me to take over the situation by
Yeah.
having control of something that's within me instead of the outside. There's always going to be something on the outside that try to disturb you,
Yeah.
but we have 100% control of what happens within us. So
Mm-hmm.
if that's the case, I'm gonna make sure I'm breathing and I'm doing my best to control
Mm-hmm.
me, because that's important. That's very important.
Yeah, bro. Even yeah, even how you were talking about just is helps you being a better parent. I can speak for everybody that's watching this, and I know we wish that our parents took better deep breaths when they were like correcting us,
Yeah.
and just being able to self-regulate. So that's why I'm just saying it's powerful work that we're doing, even by putting this out, by having people be mindful of their breath, because that's in my opinion, yeah, it's how you govern your relationships. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, because we're not gonna always see eye to eye. You know, you when you get in a disagreement or argument, you trying to talk over each other so you don't the breath helps you listen, bro. The breath helps you listen, man. It like, and when I listen, and when I'm more curious, and I'm not curious instead of judgmental of whatever emotions they have or what they're accusing me of, but I'm able to self-correct and then actually see how it can make whatever situation can make me better. And that I'm trying to be heard just as much as you want to be heard. So
Mm.
somebody got to do it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Even if somebody not doing the breath work or whatever, when they see you do it and when they see you self-regulate, somebody said when someone sees you breathe, or even if they don't, when you self-correcting yourself, you automatically correcting your auric field, and it subconsciously helps others be able to be mindful of their breath. So if you take a deep breath in the middle of the conversation, it automatically helps other people do theirs too. So yeah, bro, I that's it's super important, bro. It's, I can say that it's definitely helped me be a better husband, a better, father. Even I just had a newborn, you know what I mean? But I would say that with my 2 month year old, it's like even she can't communicate. All she has is her breath. You got to see when she start crying, she start getting huffy and puffy. She's like, and then start going in. You know what I mean? So it just helps me, bro, when I take a deep breath, because then I just feel like even with beings that can't communicate, whether it be animals, babies, whatever the case, they don't communicate the same like us. I feel like they're able to feel our intentions. And when you're able to slow that down, when you're able to slow your nervous system down, other people can feel that you have that energy, you have that positive. Just as much as animals can feel fear, they can also feel, you know what I'm saying, positive intent. You know what I'm saying? All those different spectrums of the frequency. So yeah, bro, I love that. I love that. Thank you.
Man, man. Nah, I definitely relate. I definitely relate to that, man. It's
Mm-hmm.
actually this whole podcast has helped me even dive in deeper with this topic. Like, this was a great reminder. This was like, go, really.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I I would probably I would just say for the people who don't really know just about like meditative practices, breathing. I guess I would ask you, do you feel like you always need to be in like a quiet room, legs crossed, like what I'm saying, like mudras, all that stuff to be able to use this practice or be able to regulate yourself?
You know what's interesting, right?
Talk to me.
What's interesting is that a lot of times when we need these practices,
Hmm.
we need them for places that's chaotic.
Yeah.
A lot of times we need these, like for instance, babies crying.
Hmm.
Oh, you may like for instance, I used a lot of the breathing techniques when I was in a cell.
Hmm.
Literally. I used it. I mean, people banging, people are doing everything, and I'm just being
Hmm.
vulnerable. I'm being honest right now.
Yeah.
But it allowed me, the people that's over there, and they talking about, oh, I just want to go home, and they crying and everything. The gangsters, right?
Yeah.
I was able to tap in with the breath while I was inside there, and that allowed me to become peaceful. That
Yeah.
allowed me to become peaceful in a place that's chaotic. So to answer your question, no, you don't need to be in a bedroom just you don't have to do that. You could center yourself through many ways actually.
Hmm.
And one way is going outside, getting in nature, sometimes screaming,
Hmm.
sometimes
Yeah.
yelling, sometimes
Facts.
boxing. Like I like to use boxing to just release some steam,
Hmm.
and center myself. Sometimes grounding your feet in the ground.
That's
Uh,
that's
Sometimes just calling your homeboy, say, "Hey, I had a bad,"
yeah, yeah.
it's
That's
different ways. It's different ways. And those, I believe that all of those things are meditative,
hmm
or they can be meditative, or you could use those things to help center yourself.
yeah, bro. Uh,
So yeah, I don't think that's the only way for sure. Like it's many ways to center
see,
yourself.
just to regurgitate that back, you do feel like when you can, like I said, calling a home, to talk it out, get those emotions out, being able to work out whatever, go ground, be in nature. Those are also ways you can meditate.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure, for sure, for sure.
Because here's the thing, because I believe that life is a meditation.
Mm,
Or that one that our goal is for life to become meditative. That's the
hmm.
highest goal,
Yeah,
because then we become realized. Then we
yeah.
become the all. Then we become one with the divine, one with our
Hmm.
Father. We become one with spirit.
Yeah.
And to meditate is to ponder on the spirit, solely on the spirit.
Mm,
And if those things help us center back to the spirit, because it's always come back to self, always
mm,
come back to spirit. And remember, we said spirit is to breathe. So if
yeah,
those things come back to breath, come back to life, then we
yeah.
bring ourselves back to life. We resurrect our soul
I feel
to
you.
allow us to be one with the creator.
Uh-huh. And when to be the best possible versions of ourselves to create the heaven on earth that we
Yes,
can. Yeah, bro.
yes,
Hey man,
yes,
it's easy. I think it's easy to go be it's easy to be enlightened in the Himalaya mountains. You know what I'm saying? In the cave.
yes,
How centered can you be in the middle of New York City with all the ruckus? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? How can we use those breathing techniques? Yeah, bro. It's that's easy, but we really apply that when we in the belly of the beast, bro. Because that's when we actually can use these tools to resonate. Man, I resonated deeply on what you were saying, bro. I too, you know what I'm saying, like I said, we being vulnerable. I too was in jail for a little bit, bro, off of some mushrooms, bro. Mushrooms, bro. And
wow,
yeah, it man, it was I thought it was the worst, man, worst possible thing ever. And I'm just sitting there and you see a lot of the guys, bro. You see a lot of guys come in with the ego, like they trying to like be the macho, all this other stuff. I had more brothers gravitate to me when I was in the corner meditating and calming myself down than me trying to like put on some. They're like, man, like how can we get some of that peace? How can we get
Mm.
some of that peace of mind, bro? I was I mean, you don't got nothing to do with being there but your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, how can I govern my thoughts in a better way? And then it was the meditation, bro. Because again, a lot of the only thing the things we do have in common is the ability to have the self-discipline to self-regulate. So I resonate with that, bro, in the sense to where it's just like you can be in the cell, you could be in the heart of New York City, you could be in your office working right now, you could be in an argument with your spouse, anything like that, and you have the ability to be able to self-regulate right then and there. All you have to do is remember and breathe, and that's why it's just super important, bro. So yeah, man, thank you for that. That was a powerful answer too. So I guess what I would have to say, man, we talking about all this breath, you know, all this, all the meditative practices that can get us centered. And I'm wondering, how can you help us lead through like a brief, you know what I'm saying, meditation breath exercise for the people, and just give them
Absolutely.
a little taste of how they can rejuvenate their cells and get in touch with that prana real quick.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get into that,
Yeah, talk.
I just want to first of all just thank you for this opportunity to chop
Man.
it up, bro. You know the vibes, brother. Um and I wanna, you said something about the belly of the beast. And I
Yeah.
want to talk about breathing through the belly.
Belly. Ooh, okay.
You
Yes.
see? So
Yeah.
so so we talking about the belly of the beast.
Mm-hmm.
And I say we beat the beast by breathing in the belly.
Yeah.
Because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of us breathe in the chest and it's
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
shallow breath in the chest. But if we could breathe through the abdomen, we could breathe through the belly, we
Mm-hmm.
could breathe here. We can send our breath deeper
Mm-hmm.
through our belly. It
Mm-hmm.
allows us to think clear.
Yeah,
They say the gut is the second brain,
for sure. Yep.
and I tell
Mm-hmm.
people that if you want to become more intuitive,
Mm-hmm.
you have to clean the gut and you
Mm-hmm.
have to breathe deeply from the gut, from the belly.
Mm-hmm.
That's your solar plex. So in order for you to tap into the soul, you have to breathe deeper here.
Yeah,
So
that's your power.
that's your power.
Yeah,
That's your
bro.
power.
Yeah, that's what they said the digestive fire is in the belly, and that digestive fire governs all the processes that go on through the body. So that solar plexus is important. Yeah,
Mm,
man. Man, I was talking about this in one of my videos, bro. We literally are internal organs, our digestive organs are moving right now in a rhythm to our breath. They're attached right now with our breath. Like even our liver is sitting right here up under our lungs and it moves. And when it becomes sick and when it has too much toxicity and buildup, it
mm,
stops breathing, it stops flowing and having that movement as much as it used to. And then that's when you start having all those problems. So if you when you have motion
mm,
within when you use that breath, you're actually being able to provide a safe space for it to be able to maneuver and move around and have its mobility that it needs, because everything it needs is mobility, bro. And mobility is life, man. Stagnation is death. So that's why I'm just like, man, what it's interesting you said it. So yes, the belly of the solar plexus is important, breathing in and having that digestive fire. And I've seen changes in my life by incorporating pranayama, bro. It's
mm,
it they were saying oxygenates the cells even faster by allowing the deeper breaths, and then after you have those like fast breaths, and then it's like it's sending a rush of oxygen to the brain, and then that just illuminates
mm.
senses. So yeah, man, I say breath has saved my life for sure.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, it's funny because when a person is nervous,
Uh-huh.
they're not, or a person is drunk
Mm.
or a
Yeah.
person is intoxicated, their breath is very shallow, so they end up attracting horrible situations.
Yeah.
That's not. But when we're breathing and we fill with life and joy, you can see it on our face. We're glowing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, these things help us tap into our intuition, and
Mm-hmm.
these things help us tap into spirit. And when we listen to spirit, our intuition strengthens. When we
Yeah.
breathe deeper, our intuition strengthens.
Mm-hmm.
So I always tell people the closest thing to God is intuition,
Yeah.
because God is sending
Oh,
signals through the nervous system, and He's telling
yeah.
you
That
when
was talk.
things are
Uh-huh.
not able to, that's when things are not right. So if you haven't listened to your nervous system, guess what? You're not listening to God. You're not being
Mm-hmm.
obedient to the
Mm-hmm.
Creator,
Mm-hmm.
because the Creator is pulsating in you. It's
Yeah.
alive. It's waking up inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
It's becoming alive. Like man,
Yeah.
man. We have to breathe deeper if we want to lead a life of prosperity, of wealth, of
Mm-hmm.
abundance.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about chi.
Yeah.
The more breath we have, the more prana we have in our body, the more energy we have, the more energy we have, the more energy we have to make money.
Yeah. Manifest. Yeah.
To
Mm-hmm.
manifest thoughts of electric. It's people wonder why you have these monks and they sit down and they manifesting all these things, they're
Mm-hmm.
attracting all these things, they don't have to move a muscle because
Muscle.
they
Yeah.
have chi, and those thoughts align so well,
Yeah,
you
bro.
know
Mm-hmm.
that you become in alignment with those things. But I don't want to I want to get into the breathing now.
No, no, bro. Look, hey, you good, and I appreciate the passion. You just went off.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
just
yeah,
went
yeah. I
off.
had
Yeah.
to, man. It
No,
was on my spirit.
yeah, for sure, man. That nervous system is a powerful thing, bro. And if you're not regulated, this like the to sign up for the before we go into a meditation. The nervous system is so powerful, and the nervous system regulates your brain. It regulates your heart rate, and like you said, when you start to speed, when you start to get angry, when you start to, it's governed by your emotions, your nervous system, and it governs all the processes in your body. It sends all these hormones. It's called the endocrine system, and they would say endocrine system is aligned with your chakras, right? So
Hmm.
even then, like the spirituality of it, it's like I feel like now especially in my studies, when I'm hearing between the nervous system and your hormones, your cells, and all the neurotransmitters, that ain't nothing but prana being governed throughout the body. So I'm trying to like use better discernment to learn like from my medical standpoints into the spirituality and kind of like combine
Mm.
them in a sense. So yeah, bro, I'm so glad I'm so glad Spirit just spoke through you on that one, because that
Yes.
people needed to hear that, bro.
Yeah.
And man, we tapping
So,
in with Tay. I'm about to get in my position right now. Talk
yes,
to
yes, yes. So we're gonna go through some kriyas that I like.
Okay.
First we're gonna beat the beast
Mm-hmm.
by targeting the belly. So you're going to cuff your hands. So you're gonna cuff your hands around your belly,
Okay.
and you're going to feel your belly expand. And so your hands should open up wide as you're
Okay.
breathing in.
Okay.
And then as you're breathing out, your hands should close
Close.
in. So we're going to take just about 9 breaths. We're going to do
Mm-hmm.
9 of these. So breathing in and out. In and out. In and out. In the nostril, out the mouth. In the nostril, out the mouth. Breathing in and out. 3 more in the nostril. Filling your lungs up. Exhale out of the mouth. In the nostril. Feeling your breath expanding 360 in out of the mouth. In the nostril. Out of the mouth. All right. Slowly open your eyes. Now we're going to create some energy throughout the body. So I like to call this breath victory breath. So we're going to this breath, we're going to be using breath of fire.
Hmm.
We're going to breathe in the nostril, out the nostril, but our hands are going up like we won. Like, yay, we won. Because we winners. We winners. If we
Hmm.
breathing, we winning in life. If you took a breath today, you are already winning in life. All right. So
Hmm.
we're going to put our hands up like this and then down, flop them down.
And the hands up, or the inhale or the exhale?
So the hands up is inhale and then exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up in the nostril, exhale down out of the nostril. So we're going to be doing this fast.
Okay.
So we're going to, and we'll
Okay.
stop around 20, 25 breaths.
Okay.
And then we're going to inhale and hold. And then exhale, hold, inhale, hold. And then we're just going to breathe in and out the nostril.
Okay.
We're
Gotcha.
going to get high off our own surprise. This one gets me. It does it for me for sure.
Breathing in that good ass prana, baby.
Prana. All right, so we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Allow the exhales to be a little more forceful. We're going to pick up the speed. You guys are doing well. Let's go. Take a deep inhale. Place your arms down. Hold. Slowly exhale through the nostril. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Slowly, gently exhale out the nostril, in and out the nostril. Feeling a deep sense of peace here. Noticing the blood flowing through the body. Feeling the life as you breathe in and out of the nostril. All right. We're going to place our hands together and we're going to rub our hands together. This wakes up the nervous system here. So you could do this as soon as you wake up and it'll turn your body on and you place it over your eyes. May we see love. All right. So how you feeling after that, brother?
I'm feeling rejuvenated, bro. I'm feeling energized. You really do have a sense. You can really feel it, even just the holding, right? And it'll the body will play even trick. It'll be like the body's like, I can't hold it, I can't hold it. And but you know what I'm saying? When you finally do release it out, it's like even in my like how I like to think, I just like to release the weight of the world off, bro. And like you just have all that breath, you release all that impurity and that touch. That's what I felt when I did it. It's like we held it for a really long time too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I feel clear. I feel
yeah,
good, bro. That was amazing, man. I really thank you for that.
yes,
Thank
yes.
you for that.
So that's I like that. And for those that's watching, like listen to your body. Like
Hmm.
if you want to, if you need to breathe sooner, do it.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
will also say make this a fun practice. I want to um I want to take the audience through a body scan and then
Hmm.
a short heart coherence. And then we
Okay.
can close out.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have you all gently close your eyes. If you're lying on a bed or if you're sitting on a chair, just completely relax. Remind your mind that there's nothing that you have to do. Just completely relax. Take a deep inhale and slowly exhale. Deeply in and out. Take a slow, deep inhale. Hold your breath at the top. Tense up your feet. Feel only tense, tense, tense. And exhale. Feet relax. Inhale. Hold at the top. Tense up your calves. Calves only tense, tense, tense. And exhale. Calves relax. Deeply in. Hold. Tense up your thighs and your knees. Thighs and knees only tense, 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 tense. And exhale. Thighs and knees relax. Completely relax. Inhale. Hold. Tense up your stomach, your back, your chest, your shoulders, your arms and your hands. Tense as long as you can. Hold your breath here. Allow this tension to represent any stress, any worry that you have been carrying around. We're going to let it go soon. Hold it here. We let go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Chest relax. Stomach relax. Arms relax. Hands relax. Completely melt into the surface. Completely relax. Completely let go. Completely surrender. Take a slow, deep inhale. Hold. Tense your neck inward slightly. And exhale. Ah. Neck relax. Deep inhale. Hold your breath at the top. Tense up your face as you hold in the back of your head. Tense. Tense. Squeeze your face. Tense. Tense. Tense some more. Exhale and go. Face relax. Head relax. Relax behind the eyeballs. Relax your tongue off the roof of your mouth. Unclench your ears. Soften your shoulders. Completely relax. And notice that this is your natural state of being. We are relaxed. We think we are stressed. Now I invite you to take the deepest inhale you've taken all your life. Inhale. Hold at the top, tense up everything from head to toe. Tense, tense, tense. And exhale, go. Yes, let that sound out. Relax it. And I invite you all to place your hand on your heart space. We're going to talk to our heart, love on our heart, and feel this sweetness here at our heart as I guide you through this guided meditations back to your heart. Envision that there's an elevator coming from your mind down into your throat. Breathe into your throat for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to take this elevator down into the heart space. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Here at the heart space. Now you just can breathe deeply here in a similar rhythm. Breathing in and out of the heart space. And as you breathe here, affirm within yourself, I am in a safe space. 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 Feel it here at the heart. I am in a safe space. I am in a safe space. I am in a safe space. And as these words linger in your mind and in your body and in your subconscious, feel this deep sense of gratitude here at the heart space for your arms, for another day. Crack a gentle smile as you give reverence and gratitude for these things, for your eyes, to be able to see, knowing that there are people that's blind and that cannot see. You have these gifts to be able to hear and listen, to be able to have a heart, to be able to love, to be able to walk and talk and breathe. Just deep gratitude here at the heart as you breathe in for 3, 2, 1, out, 3. Now take a deep inhale in your heart space. Hold as long as you can as you hold your heart in this safety. And when you exhale, you're going to affirm, I love myself straight to the heart. You're going to light up the whole world. And exhale, I love myself. Feeling that love from within you deeply in. 2 more. Hold. Exhale, I love myself. Giving yourself that love and appreciation deeply in. Hold. Really feeling that love lighting the whole world up. And exhale.
Love
Love
myself.
myself. Yes. Yes. Give yourself a moment just to thank yourself for all that you have done. Know that you are loved. Know that you are appreciated. Know that you are exactly where you need to be. Know that you always have the breath to come back to. Whenever you feel worried or stressed or frustrated, and you always have love to come back to, because this is what we will always come back to, love. When you get a chance, you can place your hand together. And I invite everyone watching to use this prayer that I like to use. Think about someone you love. Think about a time of compassion. And state these things. You can state them within yourself. I use this prayer for literally everybody that I think of. We will say, Lord, fill blank, whatever their name is, with peace, love, light, and harmony. Lord, fill blank with peace, love, light, and harmony. Really envision that that light is around them. Lord, fill blank with peace, love, light, and harmony. Now, say it for yourself. Lord, fill me with peace, love, light, and harmony. Feel that light emerge in your soul. Lord, fill me with peace, love, light, and harmony. Lord, fill me with peace, love, light, and harmony. Om, Amen. Om, Amen. Slowly open your eyes when you feel called to. When you feel called to. It's most important.
Yes, sir. That was beautiful, bro. Is my screen? Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you, brother.
Okay, on my end, it looks like I'm still in meditation for some reason. It's like, bro, I have to take a picture of it to show you. I have to take a picture, and namaste. I'm gonna take a picture just so you can see it. It look like I'm still in meditation, bro. That's crazy. My hand is still over my heart right now, and I took a picture. I'm gonna send it to you, bro. I'm still stuck there. I'm still stuck. Man, thank you to the beautiful Tay, bro. Beautiful Tay, man, owner of Here to Heal, bro. Where can we, man? I'm definitely gonna tag you in all your social media platforms and website, man. How can we please, if there's any upcoming events or what I'm saying, just let the people know the services that you
Yeah.
offer. You know what I mean?
So
So we can touch in with this.
for sure. So I offer a mixture of a lot of healing modalities. First of all, we have massage, we have Reiki, we have energy healing, we
Hmm.
have herbal steams, and actually we have a sale going on for 50% off until
Okay.
the 17th. So you have until the 17th to lock your spot in. You don't have to fulfill your session.
Hmm.
You just have to lock your spot in before the 17th. So yeah, we have 50% off. We also host a lot of retreats. We host a lot of meditations at the garden. We have free meditations for those that can't afford any of the events.
And where are you
Um,
based out of?
DC, the DMV, actually,
DMV.
DMV. So we have a holistic mobile spa.
Okay. Yes.
So it's instead of getting like a regular massage, we take you through the mind, body, and the spirit, and that's how we navigate through that.
Okay.
Um, another thing is we have a silent retreat coming up soon.
Yeah.
So we have a 1 day silent retreat, and then we will have a weekend silent retreat. So if you're interested in that, please let us know. We're going to only take a limited amount of people
Hmm.
because we're looking to really go deep during the silent retreat. But yeah, You can follow us at Here to Heal,
Mm-hmm.
HeartoHeal 101. And yeah, I'm Tay, and thank you, brother, for having me.
Man,
For
thank you
sure.
for being here, bro. Thank
Yeah.
you for being a part of this, man. This is definitely a passion of mine to be able to bring holistic wellness, to be able to promote healing to everyone who can tap in with my page, and that I just feel like that's my purpose, that's my passion. So thank you for being able to do
Mm,
that with me. I
mm,
appreciate y'all for tuning in on this
yes.
episode of the Solar Healing Podcast. Thank y'all. And yeah, y'all keep having a beautiful day. Hey, make sure that y'all remember that breath is life, baby.
Breath is life. Look, before we log off,
Yeah, yeah.
I always like to remind people, remember to say 10 things that you're grateful for before you go to sleep, and
Hmm.
10 things you're grateful for when you wake up. Gratitude and love is how it strengthens our connection with life, with breath, and it connects us with ourself, with spirit, and all
Hmm.
those things. Keep a grateful heart is that's like, I would say, okay, breath is, I would say actually the love is number one,
The love
and
is number.
the gratitude and the love is number one, and then the breath, I'm gonna put that at number two.
Okay, okay. I
Yeah,
got it. Okay. Appreciate that, bro. We definitely
absolutely.
gonna keep be mindful of that, man. And like I said, using breath to regulate the stress response, using breath to be able to make us better people, better humans in our everyday life and our environment is how we regulate our nervous system. So thank
Yeah,
you. I appreciate you, bro.
thank you, brother.
No problem. No problem. Let me see here.